The Addiction Policy Forum started Family Day in 2016 to bring families impacted by addiction together from all across the country to our nation's capital in order to advocate for addiction reform. We held a press briefing in honor of those we have lost to this disease. We testified at a hearing, and we met with our representatives to discuss the Comprehensive Addiction and Recovery Act, or CARA, which was passed later that summer. Somehow, it all came together, and families left D.C. reminded that they are not alone.
Addiction has no boundaries. It doesn't matter from where you live in America, it can touch you.
We know that with the passage of these bills, that these kids will have a chance at a full recovery and a good life.
For those of you out there, there is hope. And we're joining together with our Congress members, with our scientists, with our recovery groups, with our Addiction Policy Forum. We're standing here to say no more.
The inspiration from the families is something that is just incredible. The resiliency, the grit, the determination that these families have. We all want to say thank you, as Bob.
And we need to get past the shame and the stigma, and we need to get to a place that's a public health approach. This is a disease, substance use disorder.
Her story is like so many. We are losing an entire generation of people, and a generation of people are being left behind.
That we would get them the Narcan kind of as a Band-Aid to keep them alive until we could fix the problem.
If my brother or his friends would have had access to naloxone, I have no doubt that his life would have been saved the night.
We didn't fully understand what addiction was. We also didn't understand the difference between opioid addiction.
Addiction isn't just a mental health issue, or it just isn't just a law enforcement issue. It really covers all aspects of society, and we really need to address it from all angles. It's not a simple solution.
The stigma doesn't have to be there, and that it is something that can be spoken about and can be brought up in conversation, because that's the only way we're ever going to get anywhere with this.
Define addiction as a disease, to become aware that the medical community really does not understand addiction.
And it just needs to be something that is handled correctly and efficiently, and it definitely needs to be something that people get educated on.
We need more education. We need more prevention. We need more treatment. We need money funneled in to this.
Willpower needs to be exercised, but not by the afflicted, but by the politicians who actually can change things, who have the power to allocate the money, allocate the funds, pass the bills to make things happen so the addicted can be treated just like anybody else.
The biggest thing that I would want to tell other families is that they are not alone.
For other families, I would just say to always hang on to hope, because while they're here, there's always hope that they're going to get better.
And people just need to reach out to the resources in the community and to unite as one and do this thing together, because it's not the differences, it's our similarities that unite us in this fight.
You're not alone. That together we can. Together we're stronger than one, and that we need to unify in order to combat the epidemic that's currently plaguing our nation and the world.
The courage of our families to show up and tell their stories has changed the minds of policymakers more quickly than any document could. Families and patients need to help determine how this country transforms our response to addiction. We will gather each year to tell our stories and to advocate for change until we create a world where fewer lives are lost to addiction and help exists for the millions of people who need it.